We good? I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Good afternoon. Thanks for streaming with us. We appreciate it. Kind of got a close-up zoom here, but anyway, hopefully I'm not too close. We got a cloudy afternoon. We've had a few showers out there. Finally, the atmosphere is moistened up enough to produce a few showers. I'll show you the radar here in just a minute. It was really interesting earlier this morning, but I'll show you. Anyway, the big story is the cold air that's going to be moving in. We'll have a series of frontal boundaries. First one comes in Saturday morning, mainly just Pacific kind of continental air, not as cold, but the air becomes progressively colder. Kind of another burst comes in Saturday afternoon. You're going to notice it when you're out there Saturday, even though the sun's going to be out, you're going to be like, hey, that wind feels a little cool. And then by Saturday night, it is going to be cold if you have anything planned Saturday night. Okay, so here's what I'm expecting. Here in San Antonio, 15 to 20 hours below freezing, and that's consecutive. The way it may work out is we'll have about 9 hours below freezing, barely get above freezing, and then have another 12 to 15. And that's going to be bad for the pipes, so make sure that you're planned for that. I think in the hill country, anywhere from 40 to 50 hours of continuous temperatures below freezing. And that is pipe busting weather if you're not prepared for it. There is a chance for a winter mix. I'll talk about that. Could be some travel issues on Tuesday. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are KENS 5 weather impact alert days, freezing temperatures. At this point, it's a long way out, but pretty good confidence that we'll see some winter precipitation. My forecast right now is a ½ inch to an inch of some type of winter precip, whether that's freezing rain, sleet, or snow, combination of all. I think the majority will likely be snow, but could be all forms actually. Don't forget about the people, the pets, the plants, and the pipes. Here's another graphic, the way to look at it. Yeah, I think in the hill country 40 to 50 hours. Here in San Antonio, anywhere from 15 to 20 hours. So you definitely want to take the cold serious. All right, let's get to some folks here. Let's see, Paloma, hi, love the weather. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. And David Bellis, this is what David says. He says, it's my birthday today. They are doing carbon dating to determine my true age. You know what, David? Seems like the older we get, that's true, right? And Paloma says, hey, happy birthday, David. Now, is it really your birthday, David, or is this one of your jokes? Because your jokes are famous and I like them. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so here's what I think is going to happen as we head through the rest of the day today. Temperature right now, 56 degrees. We've got a lot of cloud cover. We'll likely stay cloudy, and high temperatures today, mid-60s, something like that. Okay, radar. This is the way the radar looks. First one I'm going to show you is a composite view. And what that means by a composite view is you've got a radar in Del Rio. There's one in Corpus Christi, San Angelo, New Braunfels, Houston. They're all over the place. And so they just put them together, and this is what you get. Well, a lot of times that's not good, because especially like a situation where the atmosphere starts moistening from the top down. And the reason it's not good is, say you've got the radar in Del Rio. Well, overhead in San Antonio, because that radar beam goes straight and the earth curves, well, you end up hitting the clouds and not closer to the ground where the precip would be. And so it looks like it could be raining, but it's really not. So you can see what's happened over the last several hours. Let me see if I can take this back. Let's take this back to 4 hours ago. Yeah, look, that's the way it looked 4 hours ago, okay? Just kind of remember that. Now, let's take a look at just the one radar site out of New Braunfels. And the reason we do that is I want to see what's reaching the ground close to New Braunfels, right? So we'll take this back 4 hours as well and take a look at what it looked like about 4 hours ago. Yeah, a lot different than the other one, right? Near the radar site, notice how there's hardly anything. And it's mainly as the beam goes up into the clouds. Well, as the atmosphere moistens, notice how close to the radar site in New Braunfels, hey, you start getting returns. And that tells me, oh, well, the atmosphere has moistened enough that these are now reaching the ground and looks a lot different. So anyway, that's the way the radar looks. The other one, a lot more, but that right there is more accurate. So let's zoom in at what time is it? 1:08. 1:08, we've got some shower activity in the southern part of Bexar County and over towards Seguin right now and over towards Gonzales, Pleasanton, and Floresville. We've got a few light showers. I think give it another hour or two, and I think most of the shower activity is going to play out. Okay, let's see the temperatures. I believe we're in the 50s. Yeah, 56 degrees. And with the cloud cover continuing to be pretty tough, I think we're only going to reach the mid-60s. Del Rio at 63 right now. Uvalde 56. So kind of a cool day. All right, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Now let's talk the rest of the conversation here. Let's talk about this cold air coming out of Canada. I don't know if I can change this. I can't change the view. But anyway, we'll get to that in just 1 second. Let's get back to some folks here. Yeah. Oh, hey, David. All right, it is your birthday. Birthday is 74. Carbon dating has come back and has determined that your age is 74. Well, happy birthday, David. We really appreciate it. And George, time for some soup. Yeah, you know what? Tell me what your favorite dish is when it's really cold. I know mine is chili with some cornbread. Cannot beat that in my opinion, but soup works really well as well. Randy, what time on Tuesday morning? Okay, Randy, we'll go through the whole time thing here in just a second. I got some maps that I want to show you, but just to kind of answer it kind of broad brush, I think Monday night, overnight, it starts light, and then once we get closer to sunrise, more intensity. Travel could be a problem Tuesday morning. I think initially drizzle and maybe like a sleet, kind of a light snow combo, and then increasing. And I think before it's all said and done, somewhere around 10 to noon on Tuesday, we may have a half an inch to an inch of snow on the ground. So, and that's mainly on the grassy areas. Roadways may not stick all that much. Bridges definitely will. So Tuesday could be a real travel problem. Now, here's the thing on Tuesday, by the way. It looks like we may only warm up to 34. That's going to melt some, especially if we can see a little sun in the afternoon. But if we don't have much sun and we only get up to 34, then I think at night, Wednesday, going into Wednesday morning, could have another issue there. So I'll talk more about that in a second. Yeah, I originally went 68, George or Jorge. Yeah, I went 68. Yeah, didn't work out. I thought we'd see a little bit more sunshine. Didn't work out exactly. I still think we'll reach the mid-60s though. But the problem is there's clouds, and when it's clouds, it just doesn't feel as warm, right? And let's see, is that Christopher? Sorry about that. Do you think it'll be majority snow? I think so. I really do. It'll be kind of a mixture at the beginning, and then a changeover to mainly snow. Let's see, Aurora. Things alert this time. Let's see. Susan, soup, caldo. Okay, hey, people are coming in. That's good. Chicken tortilla soup, caldo, vegetable soup. Menudo, that's a good option. I like that. Okay, has TxDOT. They have roads ready for MLK March. Okay, the march, I don't think there's going to be any problem with precip during the march. Matter of fact, there probably will be sun that morning. The problem with the MLK March is the temperatures. I think the low that morning, upper 20s. The march is at 10 a.m., probably 30 degrees with the winds, probably feel like 20. It's going to be awful cold out there, but I believe they're going to continue with it. Let's see, David says, I like musket pie. One piece you must eat another. Oh, musket pie. I'm not familiar with that, David. And Star says, a soup with rice. Let's see, Jennifer, do districts contact you? Yeah, They'll contact us, Jennifer, and I'm right the way I see it now. I think some of the schools will be closed on Tuesday. At least that's the way I see it. Things will change. That's still a long way out. I mean, down here in South Texas, forecasting snow and frozen precip and stuff, it is not easy. Been doing this for over, I don't know, for a long time. Don't want to admit really. But anyway, I think Tuesday we probably will have some cancellations. That's the way it looks right now. Let's see. Sandra, how are you doing? Yeah, a little breezy out there. Angela, can't wait to play with my snow boots. You know what, Angela? I live on kind of a little bit of a hill. I'm thinking about maybe getting a tube or something and sledding down it. It's not going to be a lot, but I think it'll be enough. And let's say Aurora, beef stew, that's good. And Sandra, yeah, the weather's going to be bad in Lytle today. Now, just a few little sprinkles out there. And Susan, stay warm, everybody. Okay, hey, I really appreciate everybody chiming in. That's awesome. Okay, look up north. Temperatures today, mid-60s for a high up there in Bismarck. Notice the temperatures. I'm letting this go through tonight. Those temperatures just keep dropping, single digits, just keep dropping, and that cold air mass just continues to move on down towards the south. Okay, so cold air, no problem. We're going to see that. This is a look at Sunday. By the way, when you look at the mid and upper level pattern, if it's more out of the north and west, generally speaking, that's a more of a clear sky, more of a drier condition. If you have more of a southwest flow aloft, that's more lift, it's more moisture, and you can just see it, just plain as day. I mean, look at Florida, East Coast, more of a southwest flow aloft. You can see that precip, and out in the western part of the country with that northerly flow, pretty dry. Okay, so we'll have the cold air in place. Usually when you have a ridge out in the western part of the country, you're going to carve out some kind of a trough, whether it's positively tilted or negatively tilted or whatever. You're going to usually carve out a trough. Now for us, let's see, I'm using the European, by the way. I think the European is doing better than all the other computer models, in my opinion. So let's take a look at Monday. Notice how you start off Monday. This is 9 a.m., sunshine Monday, because look at the pattern. I mean, it's just kind of flat across. There's not much of a southwest tilt. As we head into Monday night, let's see, there's Monday night, a little bit of a tilt, but it's still not much. And then we head into the overnight. Notice that the Europeans start saying, hey, we're going to start to see some precip. The atmosphere moistens up, but still not a great southwest tilt, not much flow. It's very subtle. So why am I telling you that? Because we could go through another several runs over the weekend, and that trough may not be as pronounced. We lose that flow. I mean, it's barely southwesterly, barely. So that would just cut the precip. We'd probably still have cloud cover, but there wouldn't be any precip. But there's been several runs that are like this. I have pretty good confidence that this is probably going to continue. And so we'll have that system, but it moves out rather quickly on Tuesday. Now, this is what's interesting. The European has it staying really cold for the end of the week. I'm not buying it yet, but on Thursday, I think we will see some precip. You see how there's a little pink in there? I doubt we stay cold enough for that. But going into Friday, notice how it still paints a little frozen precip on Friday. At this point, I'm going to keep it liquid, but stay tuned on that one. Now, notice this. When we get to Friday, look at how much more of a southwest flow there is on Friday. Precip, no problem on Friday, but I think temperatures are going to be above freezing. But stay tuned. End of the week could be interesting as well. I'm not buying into it yet. All right, here's a play-by-play on the weather as we head into the MLK Day. All right, this is, let's back up. This is the MLK morning, really cold. Clouds increase Monday, eventually. Notice how the pink shows up. Initially, I think, Monday night into Tuesday early morning, it'll be sleet or like a light drizzle, and that's the way it'll start. Probably not a problem on roads yet, but you get towards morning, and we have enough of this, I think we could have a problem with bridges, and it'll definitely accumulate on the grass and the rooftops. And we keep going through the morning. Notice how that just changes it all over into snow, and I tend to believe it. And I think it will spread southeastward, all of our southeastern counties and eastern counties through that afternoon. With this go-around, some of the heavier snowfall amounts, maybe 1 to 2 inches, would be possible for our eastern counties. I still think here in Bexar County, like a ½ inch to an inch, and northwest and west, probably not nearly as much this go around. So that's the way it looks. And then as it clears out, if it clears out, which I think it will, Then Wednesday morning is going to be really cold. I'm thinking 23, 24, something like that. So pretty chilly morning on Wednesday, hard freeze because of the clear skies. By the way, the planets are lining up. Maybe we can see that on Wednesday morning. Okay, so snowfall amounts, less out towards the west. I'm thinking a half an inch to an inch now in Bexar County. That could go up, that could go down. It's not in stone. And then eastern counties, an inch or two. And that's the way it looks right now. Okay, let me get back, see if there's any more messages here. Yeah, Sandra says, hey, thank you. Let's see. How about Seguin? Yeah, I think Seguin, half an inch to an inch of snow. That's what it looks like right now for Tuesday. How about Dallas? You know what? I haven't been really focusing a lot on Dallas. Let's see. Let's go back here. We can go back. Let me see if I can widen out a little bit. This time go around, all the action's been here. I really haven't focused on Dallas at all. The European has, for Tuesday, look at that, just a little. Look at how much more. Where you see the blues, that's the heavier, more accumulation of snow there. So up in Dallas, Fort Worth, maybe a little. And that's a switch, right? But sometimes that happens. We're closer to the moisture source. They'll just be so dry up there in Dallas, Fort Worth, not nearly as much. So for a switch, I think we'll see more here across South Central Texas. Put it on Facebook. I will put that on Facebook.
We have a question on there about schools.
Yeah.
We will have a full list of all the schools that are closed by 5 a.m. Tuesday morning.
All right. Kristen, digital extraordinaire, she says that we will have a full list. Keep it here on kins5.com, and we will let you know. Probably more than kins5.com, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mobile app.
Mobile app.
And on YouTube.
YouTube. Facebook.
And X.
Okay. If you're on the internet and you go to Kins5, you'll find it. Okay. Let's say, hey, Lydia, how are you? And Arroyo, hi, how are you? Angela, have a great day. I hope that everybody has a great day. Okay, I don't have a time limit, but I've gone, I don't know how many minutes today. Quite a few. All right, let's take a look. Tomorrow, yeah, that 68, somebody pointed that out. Yeah, kind of, but I'm not perfect. Just ask a few folks. I'm not perfect. But yeah, today I think we'll hit mid-60s, lots of clouds. Tomorrow, 64, but boy, Saturday afternoon, it starts getting really chilly. By the time we get to Sunday morning, 30 degrees, high Sunday, 45. Breezy Sunday into Monday morning, MLK March, cold, upper 20s to near 30, wind chill around 20. And then the clouds really start building in Monday. Monday night, Monday evening, start with a little drizzle, trying to switch over to a little sleet, maybe a little light snow. Not much of an accumulation initially, but by Tuesday morning, we should have some kind of accumulation for drive time in the morning. It probably won't be much, but it may be enough to really cause some travel problems on the bridges and stuff. I think the snow increases a little bit from 6 a.m. to about 10 a.m. We'll pick it up a half an inch, and then it moves out to the east, probably staying pretty cloudy. If we stay cloudy all day Tuesday, then we're going to have a travel problem on Wednesday because we'll have a hard freeze, and boy, whatever's left will just freeze right up. Wednesday, 48, we catch a little break, and then Thursday and Friday. Now, by the way, there's some other computer models that have it really nice on Thursday and Friday. This is just my opinion. I think we'll cloud up again Thursday and Friday with a chance for some showers at this point. I mean, we're close on Thursday morning at 33, 34 on Friday, really close, but I'm going to keep it above freezing for now, and we'll worry about the end of the week later. 56 on Saturday, Sunday warming up, and then, hey, look at this. Because I'm all in on the euro. I'm all in on the ECMWF. Yeah, anyways, it's been a long day. But the European model, I'm all in. I think it's right. I think that's why I'm going a little warmer for the 27th, 28th, 29th. Highs in the 70s. Chance for some showers, but warmer. And then another weak frontal boundary comes in for the 30th. But I think this is pretty close. So anyway, we really appreciate you watching Kins 5. We appreciate you streaming with us. And keep it here on Kins 5, and we'll let you know what's going on. And Kristen, digital extraordinaire. I'm not even sure if I know what Kristen's title is exactly. What is your title, Kristen?
Digital extraordinaire.
Digital extraordinaire is what she says. So, see, I got that one right. Okay, thanks. We really appreciate you streaming with us. Make sure to watch. I think it's Bill tonight, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And I won't be around tomorrow morning because it's the weekend. But make sure and watch us over the weekend. And Ryan, by the way, Ryan, he does a bang-up job as well. Make sure and watch Ryan Shoptaw. Okay, thanks a bunch, and we will see you later.